Good evening. Good evening, Boo Eveners. How are you doing today? This is Love Coach Dasha coming to you today for the Healing Hour Live. Now, if you've never been with me before, let me tell you a little bit about what I do. I am Love Coach Dasha, and I am here to serve the women who want to stay and reconcile after infidelity. I know, crazy, right? If you are one of those women, I am here for you, okay? I myself know what it's like to be in love with somebody who has cheated and to get to the point of forgiving, reconciling, trusting again, all of that good stuff. Okay, so I know about this and I want you to come and ask me all your questions about doing that because you absolutely can. I know that you're told all sorts of old wives' tales. Once a cheater, always a cheater. You're teaching him how to treat you badly. I know all of the things, but if this is the person that you love, this is the person that you want to be with, I don't see why you can't get past it and forgive this person, okay? If you found somebody that is how you feel about them, it doesn't matter what terrible things that they have done, you still feel like they are worthy of your forgiveness. I don't think anybody should tell you that you're wrong for that. I don't. I feel like if you have found that person and that's how you feel, then you should honor those feelings, move forward in your relationship, have the type of relationship that you want. All right. So that's the way I feel about it. Hopefully you feel the same. Y'all come on in here if you're here. Hey, Mrs. C. Jean B. Hey, how you doing over there on Instagram? I see you, girl. Glad to see you. Let's see. Make sure I can see everybody over here on Facebook. You all let me know if you've got questions, anything that you'd like answered about how to do this, about how to heal. I'm going to tell you some stuff, the basic stuff about healing in just a second. But if you have specific questions to your particular circumstance, feel free to ask me. I love to get good questions while I'm live to be able to actually answer your questions in real time so you don't have to wait. You don't have to slow down at all on your healing path, okay? All right, I can see everything good. Lovely, lovely. If you're here with me now, or if you're here with me on the replay, let me know. If you're here now, give me some likes, give me some love. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay and give me some likes, give me some love. All right. Let the algorithm know that I am somebody that you want to hear from. You want to hear about this goodness, about love and forgiveness and happiness and being with the person that you love. You want to hear about that? I'm always here for you for that. All right. Good, good, good. All right. So, the first thing that we always are going to talk about every time we get together, because I find myself having to say this to my clients every day. So, I make sure I say it every show. Okay. You've got to do your deep breathing. All right. If you're not doing your deep breathing, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are not going to be able to heal as well. I will give you the physical reason for that because it's not just an emotional thing. Okay. When you are doing your deep breathing, you are doing the opposite breathing from the trauma response that your body wants to do. When your body is in that trauma state and it is feeling upset about something that has happened, you breathe more shallow, less in, less out. All right. You're getting less oxygen in, you're putting less carbon dioxide out. It makes your body feel bad. Okay. If you recognize that, hey, my chest is kind of hurting, my heart is kind of pounding, that is when you need to be doing your deep breathing because that's when your breath will change to that kind of sipping the air and never fully exhaling type of breath. All right. So this is a physical thing. This is not in your head. Okay. I need you to understand that this is a physical thing that you can do that will help your brain start to mend, start to help you to heal if you're doing your deep breathing. Okay. It convinces your brain that you're not actually in danger. And don't you want to keep starting to feel like you're not you're not in danger? I know you want to. So we've got to make sure we give our brain the right instructions. And that starts with your breathing. All right. So we're going to do our deep breathing together. I want you to join me. What we do is 4-7-8 breathing. What we do is blow out. Blow out as much as you can. Try and deflate your lungs. Get all that carbon dioxide that has been building up in there out. Then we're going to inhale for a count of 4, whether through your nose or through your mouth, it doesn't matter. Just inhaling slowly for a count of 4, holding that breath for a count of 7, so that our bodies can actually use that oxygen. If we inhale and we exhale immediately, we're not actually getting to use that oxygen. Hold it in for about a count of 7, and then we're going to blow out like we're blowing out an entire cake full of birthday candles for a count of 8. All right. Just that part, just the making that noise, pursing your lips, blowing out, that's going to calm you down anyway. Okay. If you're starting to freak out, if you're starting to have some panic, starting to have some doubts, some fears, things are messing with you as you're on this healing path, first things first, blow. And then do your deep breathing technique, and you will see a difference in how you feel and how your brain reacts. All right. So we're going to do that together. Come on, join in. Let me know how it feels when you're doing your deep breathing too. All right. First thing we're going to do is blow out. Inhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful. How does it feel when you're doing your deep breathing? Let me know about what's going on with your deep breathing. Does it feel good? Do you feel like it lightens up something in your head? What is going on when that happens? All right. We're going to talk about doing our deep breathing, but usually I got an order to go in, but I almost forgot. It is 3 days to the full moon. Just so you all know, and you all are aware, I posted it in my Love After Cheating group. If you're not in my Love After Cheating group on Facebook, come get in there. If you see me on Instagram, come join me over there too. I'll answer lots of questions in the group. But it is 3 days until the full moon. It is a rising of energy. It is a tension. It increases over these 3 days. If you are feeling emotional, okay, I want you to just hold on to that emotion for a little bit. Just hang tight with it. Don't talk about it. Don't try and solve it. Don't try and fix it right now. Give it about 5 days from now, okay? 5 to 6. You're going to feel differently. If it's strong right now, it's probably because the moon is about to be full on Sunday. It's filling up with energy. It starts to pull on everybody on the planet. The moon tugs on the water on this planet. We are mostly made of water, so it's tugging on us too. Okay, that's got to be a physical thing. I know people will say that that's woo woo, and no, the moon doesn't really have any effect on you. But me personally, every month I feel the same way. I can go off the handle about something very easily. I'm super tired. I want to take a nap every day for these 3 days. Okay. There are certain things that happen every single solitary month. If you take note of that, if you start from 3 days before and start to take note of what happens to you leading up to the full moon, you will be able to avoid a ton of conflict as you're trying to heal. Okay. You will know that, wait a minute. Oh, this is the day that I'm going to be a little bitchy. Okay. I'm not going to feel well. I'm going to be tired. It's going to be extra for me to deal with people. So I'm going to go take my naps. I'm going to be ready for that. You need to know how this planet, how your hormones, how all sorts of things are going to affect you on the day to day, so that you're not derailing your own healing by normal things that are regular cycles. Okay. So the moon is a regular cycle. Full moon, more babies are born. People act up more in the ER. I was a nurse for 20 years. I know people act up more on a full moon. So, as going forward in this next few days, just be aware that you're going to feel like that and try to rein it in, okay? Don't let yourself go off because it's probably not real right now, all right? It's just the energy of that moon filling up. I don't know what it is exactly, how it works, but it does do it, okay? All right. So, Randy, how you doing? I see you over there on Facebook. Glad you're with me. You make sure if you got questions, comments, thoughts, complaints, I want to hear them. Let me know. Anything you want answered, I got your answers, babe. I got you. All right. So, the second thing that we're always going to talk about, make sure if you're here, I've seen more people coming in. Make sure if you're here, give me some likes and post your comments. Whatever it is that you want to find out about, I got answers for you. Okay, so the next thing that we're always going to talk about every time we get together is do your journaling. I need you to start doing that, okay? If you are having a hard time with your healing, if you are not seeming to get anywhere, if you keep asking him the same questions over and over and over again, I need you to do your journaling. Okay, I'm telling you, the journaling will help you. You need to sit down with your journal. I don't care what kind it is. Right offhand, I got this one. It zips up. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Came from Five Below. I don't care what kinds you use. I need you to sit down and use it. Okay, I need you to break this bad boy open and start scribbling on the pages. Just to start with, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. That's going to give you some time to get the stuff out of your head and down onto the paper so that you don't have to carry it with you all day, and then you don't have to carry it with you all night while you're trying to sleep, okay? If you give yourself, and this is a little tip, if you give yourself a problem, if you give your brain a problem that you want it to work on, write it down in your journal before you go to bed. Tell your brain, hey, I got to get some sleep, but I need my unconscious, my subconscious to be working on this problem, then tell me about it when I wake up. You give your brain that assignment, a lot of the time you'll get a good night's sleep and your brain will come up with something good in the morning, okay? Just so you know. Twice a day, 5 minutes. I'm not asking you to write a novel. I am just saying a couple of times a day, sit with your own feelings, write them down, talk about your process, talk about forgiving, talk about how difficult it is, talk about how easy it is. I don't care what it is, just write in your journal. You will find that you will have written down answers that you didn't know you needed until you actually needed them and you found them in your journal. You'll feel like a prophet. You'll be like, oh, I wrote that down already. Okay. All sorts of good things happen when you journal. Do your date, do your time, do your level of anxiety before and after, okay? Date and time, we need that so that when we go back to study the data, we can tell when things happened. All right. If you just make note of, okay, it was 4:00 in the afternoon and this isn't my regular journaling session, but I was freaking out and I was having a really hard time when he was like 15 minutes late after work. All right. Write that stuff down so that you know what the triggers are. You can start to understand them a little bit better, be better handling them. You will know about them ahead of time because you will have written them down. All right. And then your level of anxiety, 0 to 10 is your level of anxiety. 0 is no anxiety whatsoever. You are all right. All is right with the world. Write that down. You want to know the days where you're feeling great. Go back and repeat the stuff that you did on those days. Okay. Those days, make sure that you put a big gold star in the corner for those days. And then a 10. A 10 is a loss of control. A 10 is I want to rip my hair out, tear my clothes off, run screaming down the street naked. That is a 10, okay? If you are not at a loss of control, you are not at a 10. Don't write that down if you are not losing your mind, throwing something, screaming. If you are doing all that, you're probably not writing stuff down. So you can come back later on and be like, oh yeah, I was at a 10. I was flipping the hell out. I was throwing the remote at his head. You can say that afterwards, but don't sit down in the moment and say, "Oh, I'm a 10 right now and I'm going to write about it." That's not how that works. That's not an accurate gauge of how you're feeling. If you're a 10, you have lost control of yourself. You are probably not sitting down writing. Okay. So you can say I'm an 8 or a 9, but you can't say you're a 10 if you're sitting out at your journal. All right. And that's a good way to keep a fence around these feelings. These feelings feel super intense and they feel like they will overwhelm you because it feels like it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger as the pain is lingering, as you're trying to find your way out of it. It seems to get huge. But if you use the 0 to 10 as a fence, it cannot get any bigger than a 10. It cannot get to Godzilla size and stomp on you. It cannot do that because you have it contained to 10 is as bad as it can possibly get. And that's not destroying me. That's just I'm flipping out. All right. So if you can let yourself know where you are on that scale, you can gauge how out of control you're feeling, how far you have to come to regulate yourself again. You'll get good knowledge from that. So write your level of anxiety before you start writing and after you write in your journal. You will be able to tell that it helps you because you'll come down in that little 5-minute space of writing. Usually your anxiety level will come down at least 1 or 2 notches, and you will see that it actually works to journal. Okay. All right. Next thing that I'm always going to say to you every time I get with you, I want you to develop an attitude of gratitude. Okay. I understand that this is not a situation where you feel like you should be grateful. Okay. But from my perspective, all right, this is a learning opportunity, a time for you to grow, a time for you to do something that you've never done before, a time for you to challenge yourself, a time for you to decide that you do have a big time fairy tale love. Like you get to do that because you have to forgive somebody that you really, really love for something that was really, really bad. All right. Your story contains really awful things happening, but you being able to overcome them. That is what I want for you. That is deep down. That's what I want you to learn from this. How strong, how capable you are, and then how wonderful it is to have that type of love in your life. All right. I want you to know all of that. And I know that it's devastating to have this happen, but if you can look for the thing that you can be grateful for in everything, good or bad, you will start leaning towards the more positive side of life on a regular basis. You won't get taken down by the feelings of woe is me and I'm so sad, because you will be constantly looking on the brighter side. And once you train your brain to do that, it will do that, but you got to train it. It will do what you ask it to do, but you've got to be consistent about asking. So we need to develop this attitude of gratitude. We need to be every day searching for the thing that is going to make us feel grateful in the moment. All right. I am grateful that I got a new clothes rack today. Well, I got it yesterday, and I got to put all of the stuff that I couldn't fit in my closet on a new clothes rack. I'm grateful for that. That makes me happy. I finally have some place to put all of my shirts. My dresses took up my closet completely. So now I have space for all my clothes. And it's beautiful. And I can actually see what I got. And I can just go and pick stuff out. I hadn't seen this dress in a few weeks. All right. So I want you to let me know good stuff that's happening for you, things that you can be grateful for, little things, big things. I don't care. Just things that you can be grateful for. When you dwell in the gratefulness, your brain cannot say, well, no, you shouldn't be grateful for that. Your brain can trick you that you shouldn't be happy about loving somebody. It can trick you into saying that, but it cannot trick you into saying that you're not happy. That, as Kayla said, that she is thankful to be pregnant after over 15 years of infertility. All right. I'm beaming for you, Kayla. I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy that you got that. that wonderful gift after struggling for so long. I love that. I'm so happy for you. If you can start cultivating that attitude of gratitude for other people too, it helps you to heal. All right. So let's all be grateful that Kayla went ahead and finally got her baby after 15 years of infertility. The struggle is over. All right. We're so glad for that. And we're grateful for that happening for you too, Kayla. We're grateful that you are in that position now. And I'm so happy for you. All right. That's why I do this, to do Thirsty Thursday, to share the good stuff. There's still good things happening in your life. If you start teaching your brain that that's what you want to look for, it starts to calm down the anger and the pain associated with the trauma and with the betrayal, and you can start seeing the brighter side of things again. If you're constantly just letting yourself look for the terrible negative all the time, your brain is going to continue to do that. And then it just gives you more and more and more of that. And that's not helpful. That's not helpful for you to heal. Okay. So on my Thirsty Thursday post, I got other people. First of all, Kayla, congratulations. All right. Elaine. Hey, Elaine says, I'm thankful that I am stronger than I thought. See, exactly that, Elaine. That's exactly what I was saying. Even in the midst of this pain, this anguish, all this you are going through, you are still finding out a wonderful thing about your wonderful self. You happen to be Superwoman. You happen to be stronger than most given women on any given day. That is a beautiful thing to find out about yourself, isn't it? Isn't that a great thing to know, that you are actually stronger than you ever believed that you could be? And you wouldn't know that unless you had been through a struggle to show you that. So even in the struggle, even in the pain, find those things to be grateful for. Angela said, I'm thankful to be moving into my new house. Yay! Congratulations, Angela. We're so glad. We're so grateful that is happening for you. Congratulations to everybody who's got good news this week. All right. And most of you can find some good news if you look for it, if you think about it, if you pay attention to it, pay attention to your life. Look for the things to be grateful for. You will find a ton of things to be grateful for. And then it gets easier and easier and easier to let go of the pain in favor of the good feeling that the gratefulness brings. Okay. And then finally, the last thing that I always tell you every single solitary time we get together, stop asking all those damn questions. Okay. I need you to stop. All right. I need you to understand that that constant questioning is a trauma response. You are feeding into a trauma response when you do that. I know that your brain is itching. Your brain is saying, I must know these answers. If I don't know these answers, there is no way in the world that we can heal. And I'm telling you now that your brain is lying to you when it says that, okay? It is giving you that as an excuse to make you continue on with the trauma response. If you're constantly looking for the answers to questions, that means that your brain is still perceiving the threat. It wants to ask questions and gather information so that it can tell when the threat is over. But if you keep on asking questions, it feeds back into your brain, and your brain will continue to believe that there must be a threat here for you to be worried about because you keep asking the questions. Okay. It is a terrible cycle. It is just something that will get stuck in your brain, and I don't want you to be stuck. Okay. I know you want to ask the questions. I know you do, but they are not going to serve you. The answers are not going to give you the healing that you want. They will not help you find any forgiveness. It will not happen through the questioning. I know that your brain is telling you that. I am here to tell you that it's just a trauma response and your brain's lying. Okay. So, that being said, I understand that it is a thing inside your brain and it's like an itch and you want to ask the questions. So instead of asking the questions, take maybe a week, a day a week, and pick these up. Okay. The and, THEAND, very simple name. Put that in Amazon. You will find these. They're about $30. It is 199 questions. This is the healing edition of this particular game. And you can sit down with them and ask questions that are constructive instead of destructive. Okay, the questions that you want to ask about what happened, all the details that you want to know, none of that stuff is going to heal you. This will heal you better. These are better questions. These are better things to put on your mind to talk to each other about, because you want to heal. If you get stuck asking the questions about what happened, the affair, all the details, you can dive into that for years. You can ask questions about that until you are blue in the face. It is not going to serve you. It's not going to help you. Okay? Ask better questions. If you really, really want to ask a question, ask better questions. So, yeah, I'll give you a couple. What are 3 things you wish for me? Isn't that a good question? Wouldn't you rather hear what he wishes for you than what positions they had sex in? Wouldn't you rather know that? Wouldn't you rather have 3 good wishes from your honey than information that you can't do anything with? All right. Better questions. All right. What are 3 things you wish for me? This one says, what do you think influences me most that I don't realize? That is an excellent question. That is a better question to ask. That is a question that will give you some insight on how your partner sees you. And you answering that for them can give you insight on give them insight on how they see you or you see them. So I need you to be asking better questions. Okay. These are better questions. What do you think influences me most that I don't realize? Excellent question. And I'll give you one more. If I were fearless, what would happen next in my life? That's one I've never even come across. I don't think I've ever asked this one before. If I were fearless, what would happen next in my life? Tell me the story. I'm the fearless heroine. I'm the fearless queen. What would happen next if that was really me? Wouldn't you rather hear that? Wouldn't that be much more entertaining to you? Much more of a connection between you and your honey than, oh, did you tell her you loved her? Wouldn't that be better? I think that's better. All right. And you don't need a lot of these questions. Those 3 questions, that's a good half-hour conversation. Half hour, 40 minutes. A conversation that the two of you can be having back and forth. That is not about the affair. That is about you reconnecting with one another and getting closer. Isn't that better? I think that's better. All right. All right. So, you all need to know, everybody that's here with me, you all let me know if you've got questions. All right. I got answers to share with you. So put them in the comments. I am here. All right. I'm going to talk a little bit about forgiveness while you're putting your questions in the comments. I want you all to be clear about forgiveness. Okay. To forgive someone, let me say the exact definition. To forgive someone means that you are going to stop feeling angry or resentful toward someone for an offense, flaw, or mistake. Okay? It means that you are releasing the negative feelings. That is what forgiving is. I am not angry with you anymore after you hurt me. I am not resentful anymore that you hurt me. Okay? It is not about them. All right. It is about you. It's about you being able to let go of those feelings and get to a better place in your own mental space about this person. And it just so happens that doing that is the way to rekindle the relationship and be able to reconcile. But the forgiving part is for you. The forgiving part is not for the relationship. It is not for them. It is for you to not feel bad anymore. Okay. Forgiving them is not even the same as trusting them. It is just releasing the negative feelings. Okay. And let me go a little bit more deeper into it because that last word gets people mistake. Mistakes are defined as an action or judgment that was misguided or wrong. I know for some reason people seem to feel like when you use the word mistake, it is immature, childishness, that, oh, you didn't know, so you made a mistake. All right. And that is not what the definition is. Okay. That is not what it is. It says any action or judgment that is misguided, they have got the wrong idea in their head, or just plain wrong. It is the wrong thing to do. It's not giving any degree of bad when you're saying that it's a mistake. Okay. When you're saying something is a mistake, you are saying that they did something that was misguided or wrong. It is not excusing it, it is not lessening it in any way, shape, or form. But to forgive, it's not just a mistake. It can be an offense, it can be a flaw, and it can be a mistake. Okay. So forgiveness covers all of that. Forgiveness covers them making a mistake, them offending you, them having a flaw. Okay. That covers all of that. Okay. I need you to understand that forgiveness is not just, oh, well, we just swept it under the rug and I don't think about it anymore. But every time I do think about it, it kills me. It makes my chest ache. Forgiving is learning to let it go. Forgiving is learning to release those feelings, to say, yes, I am justified in having those feelings. However, being justified does not mean that that's what I want. I could be justified all pieces. You can be justified completely in how you feel about this after the infidelity. I'm not saying that your feelings are wrong at all. But in order to feel better, you're going to have to forgive and give up the justification to continue to feel bad. Does that make sense to you? Let me know if I'm talking crazy. You're like, how does that work? I want you to know the mechanics of forgiving and what that's all about. It is about you getting to a better place, feeling better, not internalizing the pain and the stress and the trauma anymore, being able to set that bag down and walk away from it. Okay. And that's what I want you to learn from my dreams formula. Okay. That is what this is understanding what happened, but still being able to put the baggage down. That's why I want you to get my dreams formula. If you're with me on Instagram, put in path or healing path into the comments and it should send you a link for my dreams formula. If you are here with me on Facebook or on YouTube, go on ahead and go to the link at the top of the page, and that's got the link for getting my dreams formula. But my dreams formula, I've been working with this for years, and this is the way. This is the path. This is exactly how it works to forgive, to reconcile, to get to that better emotional place. This is what you need to do to be able to regulate yourself and everything. This is what you need. All right. So first thing, the D, decide. Decide that this is what you want. Decide that you feel like this person is worth your forgiveness and you're going to work on it. All right. Then the R is um, recover from those fearful feelings. You are going to feel like forgiving them is a terrible idea. You're going to be scared of that because that's what your brain does. Your brain says, oh, this is a scary thing and you could be hurt again. And you have to recognize those fearful thoughts and then overcome them to be able to heal. All right. So you got to acknowledge them. You got to sit with them. You got to recognize where they come from. It's a whole process regulating those emotions, but you need to do that to be able to heal. Okay. The E in the dreams formula, evaluating the why. Why did this happen? And I got 3 of them for you. Most people, most of these men out here, it's usually sick, sad, stupid. Okay. Sick is some kind of illness, mental, physical, addiction, all of that. Sad is some kind of loss. they feel like they've lost themselves. They've had some kind of midlife crisis and lost their way. They've lost a real family member. They've lost a job. Loss of some sort. It doesn't matter what kind it is, just a loss. All right. And then stupid is all the stupid stuff we get told about being in relationships with each other. So many men are told that they're supposed to have lots and lots of women, and the women are told crazy stuff too. We're just supposed to have one man, and we're supposed to be chaste and not worry about our pleasure. Oh, good Lord. Yeah. All of that. All of that is craziness. All of that is just stupid. We have been told conflicting information about being with one another. So the things that we have seen as we've grown up have messed us up in our relationships. We can't get to a good place together. So we've got to overcome some of that stupid. All right. You are going to know, like, he's going to have like uncles that got like 15 girlfriends, got like 20 kids all over the place. Like, there's somebody in his family that she can be like, oh, yeah, I can see where you learned that bad behavior from. All right. Usually you can find somebody. Every now and again, it's just one of those things, sick, sad, or stupid. But a lot of the time they interweave together and it's all three things. Okay. And then we've got A, which is allowing the healing to happen. You've got to actually act like somebody who forgives. You got to let down the wall. You got to get close again. You got to cuddle. You got to sleep in the same bed. We got to have sex. We got to wear our ring. We got to act like a couple on a regular basis again. All right. And whatever that is for you, as you start to do that, you're recreating this relationship from where you are most comfortable, doing the things that you want to do and that make you feel like you're in a happy relationship. When you start to do those things again, you start to become a happier couple again. Okay. M is for managing the feelings. You are going to have triggers. That's what we're talking about when we're saying manage those feelings. You're going to have triggers. They're going to sneak up on you. They're going to try and hit you in the back of the head. You got to start being aware of the triggers, start journaling about them, and then know what you can do in the moment. Come up with a plan for what you can do about the triggers. All right. And then my S for the dreams formula is to seek support. Seek support. Get somebody that can help you with all of those steps, that can help you to regulate your feelings, that can help you to feel like you're not making the wrong decision, to pat you on the back and be like, yes, if this is the decision that you want to make, this is the person you want to be with, I totally believe in you. All right. Not somebody who's going to second guess you and make you feel like you're stupid for making the decision that you're making, or somebody whose fearful thoughts are so loud that they overcome yours. You want somebody that when you're fearful, they're like, wait, but you said that this is what you wanted. You want this relationship. You want to be happy. This is the person you said was worth it. I know it's scary, but you got to push through. That's the person that you need to seek support from, not the person who's going to feed the fear. All right. Evaluating the why. Somebody who is going to tell you, hey, you know what his story is. I know that you have compassion for this person. Tap into that compassion. Try to use that to forgive. All right. You need that person in your life. Okay. If you're going to seek support, you need to seek support from somebody who will help you along the path instead of from somebody who will discourage you along the path. All right. So that's why I wrote up my dreams formula. It's got suggestions and everything in the pages for each one of those steps as you are going along, what you need to do, what you need to avoid, so that you can actually start getting on the healing path and start finding your way out of these deep, dark woods. It sucks in there. Okay. It's dark. It's miserable. You want to go home. All right. I want you to go home. Go ahead and get my dreams formula. It'll be good for you. Okay. If you were just getting to my Love After Cheating group, I just did my Welcome Wednesday post yesterday. It's in the Welcome Wednesday post comments to get the guide. So check it out. Get my guide, crack that bad boy open, and start working the steps of this healing process. It's going to help you to get to that forgiving part, to get to the place where you feel like you're safe. You can actually do that, feeling comfortable in doing that. Okay. Any questions? comments, thoughts, complaints, anything else that you want to talk about, let me know. All right, we talked about forgiveness. Oh, forgiving is such a hard thing, but it's all for you. All right. Oh, let me go back. I'm gonna answer a question that I had gotten before. This is a good question though. So how do you stop snooping? If your husband's phone to find stuff, and then you find stuff and you feel like you're back where you started mentally. In my head, I keep finding the need to find evidence against his promises to do better. I gotta prove that he's wrong. I usually find him looking up girls on Facebook and get so upset, and he doesn't understand that it feels like he's eye cheating while we are trying to move past his actual cheating. I feel so broken and hopeless. After I found out that he was still looking up random girls and looking at pics and videos of them, he admitted he had a compulsive nosy eye problem because he saw how it broke me and deactivated his social media. But I keep feeling like he will really work on himself and find another way or outlet for his addiction. And the thing is, calling it an addiction is a little strong. All right. If he's doing something, addiction is usually your life is unmanageable because of that behavior. So his life was still manageable, but you get mad. You're like the only unmanageable part at that point. But how do you stop snooping and looking for a problem is what you're basically asking me. Um, First of all, the thing with them looking at women, men's brains are designed to scan and look. They are very, very, very visual creatures. And even if they're looking, that does not necessarily mean that they want to cheat. They can want to look at the signs of a fertile female body without actually wanting to cheat. They just enjoy that. It produces testosterone in their brains. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel manly. So even if if you've had a situation where he's never actually like physically cheated, but he is looking at pictures, he's looking at videos, a lot of the time that is because it produces testosterone. It makes them feel good. And yeah, that can get addicting. That can be addicting, and you can take it further, but it does not necessarily mean that they are cheating, doing something like that is actual cheating, like actually like engaging with another person. I feel like if there's not another person involved and they're just looking, that's more porn than actually cheating. There is nobody actually physically to cheat with in that situation. So I feel like try and understand just that they are visually wired in their brains, and that does make them feel good. It does give them a little bit of boosted testosterone. It makes them feel more manly. It makes them feel a little clearer, but testosterone makes them stupid. So testosterone affects your brain and it doesn't make you the smartest. So, he may feel good, but he's making himself a little bit dumb. But that try to understand a little bit of that. That's just the way that their brains are wired. They enjoy looking. They like to look. All right. So, but besides that, you've got to get out of his phone. That's the first thing. If you need to tell him, hey, look, change your code and don't tell me what it is. Okay. It's that serious. I need you all to stop doing that. The searching through the phone. Okay, first of all, you're doing something untrustworthy. You're going through somebody's private interactions all through their phone, and that is an invasion of privacy. Okay, regardless of if they have cheated or not, it still doesn't matter if that is a bad thing. It is a bad thing even if they have cheated. Okay, we don't want to start excusing bad behavior because, oh, I'm justified. I think we just talked about that. I'm justified to look through his phone because he hasn't been trustworthy. You can say that, And you might even be right, but it does not heal you. It does not make you reconcile. It does not help you get any closer. It's not going to close that big old wound in your heart. It's just going to make you feel worse. It's like digging in the wound and pouring salt into it all at once. Okay. So we've got to put the phones down. All right. You've got to get to the point where you are regulating yourself and you are keeping yourself calm enough to know, okay, look, if he was cheating, I would know about it. All right. If he was doing something that really needed to be known, I don't have to go through his phone to find that out. I am a wise woman. I can see, I can hear, I can pay attention. I can figure that out without looking through his phone. Okay. Tell yourself that. Let yourself know that you don't have to protect yourself that way. You don't have to. You would know. Even if he was trying to hide stuff, you would know he was acting differently. You would know that he was off. All right. You always have, right? You know him. You know him pretty good. If he's acting off, you would know it. Okay. So that's one reason to have to go ahead and put the phone down. But second reason to go ahead and put his phone down is it is detrimental to your healing. If you go and you look through his phone and you're super anxious while you're doing it, you are breathless, your heart is pounding out of your chest, okay? And you look through it and you don't really find anything. All right, yeah, he might have liked some girl's picture on Facebook, but it's nothing, outlandish. Nothing that's like, oh, he's out here cheating. He's out here actually physically with somebody. All right. And then, all right, you say, okay, well, I didn't find anything. Well, that time I checked and I need to check again to make sure there isn't anything to find. And then you do it again. And then it makes you feel a little bit better, but it is just the same as a drug addiction. It makes you feel great the first time you go through his phone, and then you get diminishing returns from there on. You feel wonderful because I've gone through his phone. I was able to get in it and I was able to look through the whole thing and I didn't even find anything. And now I feel so much better. But then as soon as you start to have a doubt, your brain is going to be like, well, you got to check the phone again. So now you go check the phone again and you don't find anything again, or you find something pretty innocuous and it still doesn't make you feel as good as the last time. That's how addictions form. Okay. Is trying to make yourself feel better with something outside of yourself. All right. That's how addictions work. So if you are constantly trying to make yourself feel better by going through his phone, you're not going to succeed in that. You're only going to make yourself feel worse. So I need you to put his phone down. Okay. I need you to do that. Trying to make yourself feel like you are not in any way threatened by pictures or videos, and putting that phone down, calling yourself to account, telling your brain that, hey, I'm not going to do the wrong thing just because he did the wrong thing. All right. That is how you overcome that. That's how you overcome snooping through his stuff and trying so hard to find evidence against him. I'm not going to do that. I am choosing to believe the best of this person. I want them to give me their best. So I'm going to look for their best. I'm not going to continuously be looking for the bad in them when I want to see the good, when I want that good in my life. Does that make sense to you? You all let me know if that's in any way confusing or you want a little more clarity about it. Let me know. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got anything other than this you want to talk about? I got a couple more minutes. See if there are any other good questions to give you. So I want you to know this information. I don't want you to have to stumble through and try and figure all this out on your own and go looking up on Google and then not get the good information, then not get actual information on healing. A lot of advice that you're going to receive out there is going to just be like, oh, kick them to the curb, just leave them alone, and then you can move on and you can be healed in your life. And you can heal either way. You can heal with them or you can heal without them. That's not the point. The point is how you feel about them. If you love this person and you want to be with them and you want to heal with them, you should have the choice to be able to do that. And that's what I like to give you. That is what I provide, is the choice to be able to heal from this and stay in the relationship, instead of, oh, I'm going to push you away and then I'm going to heal all on my own. It's still the same work. Okay, it is still the same work, working on trust, working on your own insecurities, working on regulating your feelings. It's all the same work. But in the end, it depends whether you're going to be with your person or not. And I feel like if you want to be with your person, you should be able to do that. There is no reason that you should not be able to be with the person that you love just because they're an idiot. Okay, they did something wrong. Yes, they did. People do that. You are going to do that for the rest of your lives. You're going to do the wrong things. You're going to have to forgive one another. If you found that person that you want to forgive for the rest of your life, hallelujah. Hot damn, I'm so excited for you that you've actually found that. Because a lot of people don't find that. A lot of people don't find that person. But if you've got that person, go ahead and do the work to go ahead and be happy with them. I don't see why you can't. I don't feel like that makes any sense to me, why you got to just suffer and not be with the person you want to be with because they did something stupid. That seems like punishing you. Why do you have to be punished because they did the wrong thing? That's crazy. I don't like that. I don't want to be punished for anybody else's crimes. All right. Oh, let's see. Things that trigger you. Oh, this question said, how do I make things that really shouldn't trigger me stop triggering me? Like, I get triggered almost every time he goes to the gym. He didn't cheat at the gym. I do want him to be able to go to the gym. So why does it hurt me when he goes to the gym? All right. And it's just the fact that this is a trauma response. Your body and your brain say, he is out of my sight. He is out of my control. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but he could be doing anything out here in these streets, and he could be hurting me. That is all that is your brain responding to the stimuli of him not being in your presence as you're trying to heal through this. So you got to remind yourself of that and be like, look, I want him to go to the gym. I do not want him to sit around and not exercise. It makes him feel better. It makes him look better. There is no reason that he shouldn't be able to go to the gym. I am not going to be triggered by that. Brain, I understand that you are trying to tell me that this seems like it could be a dangerous situation. But brain, I am telling you, it is not a dangerous situation. I am not in any danger whatsoever. I do not believe that he is cheating. I don't think that that is real. I am okay. He's doing the right things. It's all right. And it's a matter of doing that, of recognizing what triggers you and then responding to it constantly, not just one time. Every time that trigger comes up, saying to yourself, no, 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 that is not right. That is not real. We are not mad at him or getting upset or in any danger because he went to the gym. That is a perfectly normal thing to do. I don't feel like I have to be in any danger because of that. I am telling you, brain, that is not okay. We do not need to feel like that. The more you tell your brain something, the more it will believe it. Your brain has no idea what make believe is. Whatever you think about, whatever you concentrate on, your brain will believe is real. So if you constantly tell your brain, hey, no, 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 it is fine. I am safe. He's just at the gym. It's all right. Consistently soothing yourself in that way, your brain will start to believe you. You just got to be consistent with it. Okay? All righty, y'all. I don't see any other questions. Come on now, you still with me? You don't have any questions you want to ask before I go? I see you over there on Facebook. You know you want to ask me a question. Come on here, girl. Ask me a question. Let me know what's going on in your brain. Anything that you need to have cleared up, I am happy to clear it up for you. All right. Well, I'll tell you about this last part. At the beginning, I'll tell you about all the things that I want you to do to start to heal yourself. And I got one more for you. Always at the end, I'm going to tell you to do your affirmations. Okay? I need you to do these. I need you to do this and I need you to be consistent with it. Again, it's one of those things. If you're consistent, your brain is going to believe you. Your affirmations are anything that you tell yourself, okay? Don't think that affirmations are only good things, okay? You can affirm a terrible thing, okay? You can affirm over and over again, oh, he doesn't love me and he never has. That is an affirmation, okay? You are telling your brain what you want it to believe, even though that's probably not true, that he never loved you and never wanted you. It's probably not true, but you are telling your brain, and your brain is believing you because you are repeating that thought. That is what affirmations are. Affirmations are whatever you repeatedly affirm or confirm to your brain. Tell your brain that this thing is true, and your brain will start to believe that that thing is true. Okay, so you can have good ones and bad ones. Okay, good affirmations and bad affirmations. You've got to be careful about what you're saying with your affirmation. I want you to go for affirmations that are positive about you. When you've gone through a trauma like this, your brain will try and tell you that you are the cause of all your suffering. And if you just hadn't been so stupid or hadn't been so ugly or hadn't been so fat or whatever it tells you, that then this wouldn't have happened to you. And that's just not true, okay? Beyonce, one of the richest, most powerful, most beautiful women on the planet, got cheated on. Okay? It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with who you are. It has nothing to do with your worth. It does not, that is not reality. But your brain will continue to tell you that that's reality because it wants you to back off. It wants you to hide. It wants you to protect yourself at the cost of all your relationships. Okay? We don't want that. We do not want to make our relationships suffer just because a bad thing has happened to us. So you need to be doing your affirmations, okay? I need you to do your affirmations all day long, okay? Start off first thing in the morning. Look yourself in the eye, okay? Camera, mirror, whatever. And then you say that affirmation like you believe it with all your heart, like it is the most true statement you have ever made in this life. Okay? Say it like that. Say it out loud with that feeling, with that thought in your head. As you are going through your day, your brain will recall that you said that with passion. That thing that you believed about yourself, you said that with passion. And every time you repeat it, your brain will go back to seeing you do that affirmation first thing. It will go back to the memory of you saying it with such authority every time you repeat that that thought or repeat that affirmation. So then your brain will start to believe it. So you don't have to start off believing the affirmation. That's not necessary. You just have to say it like you mean it. Okay. And we can all do that. You can definitely say it, even though you don't necessarily know for sure that you mean it. You can say it like you mean it with some authority. And that is enough to make your brain start to believe. Okay. All right. So, let's see. What's a good one for today? Today, I am compassionate. There we go. That's a good one about ourselves. Today, I will reach out and help another person feel better about themselves. Wouldn't that be a good thing? Today, I am compassionate. Today, I will reach out and help another person feel better about themselves. All right. Isn't that a wonderful thing to do? Wouldn't you feel good about yourself if you were doing that wonderful thing for other people? Yes, yes, you would. All right. You would see yourself in a different way. You would believe in yourself in a different way. And that's what you need to do to start to heal from this, to get to a better place, to get to where you are feeling sure of yourself, feeling confident in the relationship, feeling like you have reconciled and things are going to be okay. You got to believe in you. Okay. You got to believe in you. That's the first thing. So do your deep breathing, do your journaling, do your gratefulness practice, do not ask all those questions, and do your affirmations. Okay. 4 do's and 1 do not. Okay. Keep those things up. Get my dreams formula, follow my dreams formula. You are going to be well on your way out of the woods, okay? There are plenty of people that have been in this group for years and they just use the things that I have said on videos, taking the dreams formula and running with it, and they're doing better, never even having to work with me, not even having to shell out any money to work with me. The free stuff that I have put out here, you have enough information to get yourself on the path. However, I want to work with you. Okay. If you are seeking support in this, if you feel like I have been struggling to do it on my own and I ain't figured it out yet, and some of the stuff you're saying sounds good, Dasha, but I just don't know exactly how to travel this path, hit me up. Message me, DM me on Instagram, message me on my Love Coach Dasha page, message me. All right. Send me an email if you want to send me an email, info@lovecoachdasha.com. Either way, reach out to me. I have answers. I don't mind working with you at all. I do not mind helping you get through this, putting you on the path, redirecting when you get lost off the path. I can do that for you, and I enjoy doing that. I enjoy being able to help you get out of the dark woods, because I've been there. I want to escort you out if at all possible. If you are struggling and you're like, damn it, I don't want to be in these dark woods anymore, I got you, girl. Come on. Come on and hit me up, and I will grab you by the hand and we will get out of the woods. I'll show you the path. All right. All right, so y'all. I think that's about it. I don't see any questions. Let me see. Let me see. Anything? Did I miss anything? Don't think I missed any on the other post. I don't think I did. Before I go, make sure I don't want to leave anybody out. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. No questions. All right. That's it. That's all. That's all. I think somebody last week asked about if I think she asked after the live about how to get over it if it's over. I am not a relationship like breakup expert. I work things out. People that work with me, they work it out. And I wanted to know if you are the person that asked that question, hit me up, because is it really over, or are you dreading that it's over? Are you feeling like things are just gone so bad that they're over, or is he like walked away and you feel like you can't put it back together again? Let me know, okay? If anybody's feeling like that, let me know. I got answers for you. All right, y'all. That's about it. Thank you so much for joining me for the Healing Hour Live. Remember, do your deep breathing, do your journaling. Don't ask so many questions. Be grateful. Do your affirmations. Drink your water. And I don't know. Just love who you love. All right. All right, y'all. I'll see you again next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Healing Hour Live. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Don't forget to message me. Bye, Instagram. And bye to YouTube and Facebook.